Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and I'm here to talk about some MLB news. We're going to get right into it here. Another day with more trade rumors, man. Tomorrow, I believe, is the trading deadline, so you're probably tomorrow I'm probably just going to do a trade deadline special, a London special. Everyone loves those. Let's get right into it. So, the Seattle Mariners, they're acquiring left-handed pitcher Caleb Ferguson from the #Pirates, Perkin Rosenthal. He has a 3.70 ERA this year, 1.08 WHIP. I mean, kind of a typical Mariners move, if you think about it. I don't know, I mean, I don't know, he's like, okay, I guess it's an okay move for the bullpen. Martinez was Seattle's 13th ranked prospect per MLB Pipeline. I mean, I'm liking the moves Mariners is making. This move's an okay move. I'm not going to sit here and say it's great compared to the Josh Naylor move, but it's an okay move for the bullpen. So, San Francisco Giants starting pitcher Justin Verlander is available on the trade market per John Morosi. Who wants that dude in the big 2025, man? Justin Verlander is fucking trash. I mean, he's not going to cost anything but money, so maybe someone could try it for cash considerations. But it's that who want me? No, 100%. I don't even know if a team would want him at this point. So this is kind of interesting. Per Mark Tompkins, Tampa Bay Rays report, seems odd, especially this time of the year, but the Rays haven't announced Belo, Brandon Lowe being activated. It doesn't appear he's being traded as he's in today's lineup. Seen the clubhouse, and he said he hasn't been told anything. Could it be someone else who's being traded, and there's an impact on who was going to be dropped from Brandon Lowe? I think they're going to trade somebody, but we'll see. The Mets, the M-E-T-S, Mets. They are acquiring right-handed pitcher Tyler Rogers from the #San Francisco Giants, Perkin Rosenthal. He's been really damn good this year, 1.8 ERA, 0.86 WHIP, and 50 innings, 38 strikeouts. So I think it's a good move for their bullpen. I've said they need to get bullpen help. I've said it the last 2 nights, especially recapping their games against the Padres, where the bullpen's just kind of shit the bed. And a good move, man. The trade ended up being Blake Tidwell, outfielder Drew Gilbert, and another player, which ended up being Jose Butto. Tidwell was New York's 10th ranked prospect, Gilbert was their 12th ranked prospect, and Jose Butto ended up being the 3rd player in this deal. It could maybe be an overpay, but they need to get some bullpen help desperately. I would be maybe in sell mode too if you're able to get these kind of returns, because Mets, I don't know, it could be big overpay, but the Giants had to take advantage of the market. But if this is the market for Tyler Rogers, imagine what's going to be for Johan Duran. Jose Butto ended up being the 3rd player back in this trade. I mean, you could have tried to package that for somebody else, but Tyler Rogers is still a good player. So, the Dodgers, Perkin Rosenthal and Fabian Ardaya, the Dodgers are, in quote, not playing at the high end of the reliever market, such as Mason Miller and Johan Duran. There's so many conflicting sources today. Look, I'm saying the Dodgers are in strong pursuit of Johan Duran, and then I see a report with this. I'm kind of confused. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't trade for any of these guys, because I feel like they don't really do that unless it's the offseason. But I don't buy this. I think they definitely are gonna play at the high-end market of the reliever market. So the Athletics are discussing right-handed pitcher Mason Miller with other teams and are focused on teams with top-end young pitching per Ken Rosenthal. Rosenthal notes the A's asked the Phillies from Andrew Payne and have discussed Miller with the Yankees and Mets as well. So, utility man Willie Castro was pulled in the 8th inning of the Boston-Minnesota game today. Robert Murray is reporting that Castro has not been traded, at least not yet. Or it was the 9th inning, excuse me. The Twins are expected to trade Johan Duran by the end of the day, per Bob Nightingale. Nightingale notes the Dodgers are in strong pursuit, and Minnesota's had heavy discussions with the Phillies, but Minnesota wants Phillies' top prospect, Andrew Painter, and has not lowered their ask. The top pitching prospect in baseball for a reliever? Come on, dude. You're on crack. You're, like... would you do it? Because it's not a guarantee Andrew Painter will be anything. But maybe the Dodgers can somehow get him with less. The Reds are acquiring third baseman Ke'Bryan Hayes from the Pirates, per Mark Feinstein. Pittsburgh is receiving shortstop Sammy Stafora and left-handed pitcher Taylor Rogers from Cincinnati in exchange for Hayes. Stafora was Cincinnati's 9th-ranked prospect per MLB Pipeline. So the Reds acquire more mid on their offense. So, man, no defense is good enough to start that bad every day. Like, his defense is good, but dude, he has a 569 OPS with a 236 average, only has 2 homers. Like, this ain't good enough for the Reds to compete. So this was random. The Dodgers have discussed starting pitcher Shane Bieber with the Guardians. That's kind of random. Shane Bieber hasn't pitched this year, and we really don't need a starting pitcher. We need a left fielder and bullpen. We don't need a starting pitcher. Unless we could try and get Stephen Kwan in the same deal. Okay, fine, maybe Shane Bieber, but we already have enough starting pitching. Like, our starting pitching's getting back healthy. We really don't need a starting pitcher. I would take Shane Bieber, don't get me wrong. And if it included Stephen Kwan in the same deal, but... And he's coming off of Tommy John, so... But also, more with the Dodgers. They've expressed interest in Minnesota Twins relievers Johan Duran, Griffin Jax, and Louis Varland. And you can say, they already have enough help. They don't need like a Johan Duran. They're bottom 10 in pitching ERA, starter ERA, and bullpen ERA. They need bullpen help desperately. And the Twins have a damn good bullpen. They gotta get somebody from there, man. The Padres and Reds are also in on Guardians outfielder Stephen Kwan. Reds. Man, it's every other day I say, they ain't gonna trade Stephen Kwan. I see all these teams are in on him. The Phillies, Red Sox, Yankees, Mets, and Mariners are, quote, among many teams in on Minnesota Twins right-handed pitcher Johan Duran. The Cubs are among the teams with interest in Guardians starting pitcher Shane Bieber. So, Dodgers and Cubs are 2 teams mentioned there for Shane Bieber. The Angels, they are acquiring left-handed pitcher Andrew Chafin from the Nationals with a 2.7 ERA and 1.6 whip. 2.7 ERA with 1.6 whip is interesting, even for a reliever. The Angels are also acquiring Luis Garcia from the Nationals in this deal, former Dodger Luis Garcia. Washington is receiving left-handed pitcher Jake Eder and first baseman Sam Brown from the Los Angeles Angels in exchange for Garcia and Chafin, per Ken Rosenthal. Man, the Angels are buying, folks. They're buying. What a blockbuster. The Braves are acquiring right-handed pitcher Tyler Kinley from the Rockies. Oh, yes, another trash pitcher for the Atlanta Braves with 5.66 ERA. The Braves are dumpster diving. Colorado will receive right-handed pitcher Austin Smith from Atlanta in exchange for Kinley. He was a 18th round pick in 2021. The Guardians are, end quote, trying to move both Stephen Kwan and Shane Bieber ahead of the trade deadline. The market for Johan Duran is heating up. The San Francisco Giants are telling teams they'll listen to trade offers on their relievers, which obviously end up happening. The Yankees are acquiring outfielder Austin Slater from the White Sox. I think there was MLB news, it might have been yesterday or the day before, where I talked about Austin Slater, where the Yankees were looking at outfield. The Yankees ended up acquiring him. The Chicago White Sox is receiving Gage Zeal from New York in exchange for Slater. Zeal was New York's 18th ranked prospect per MLB Pipeline. Camilo Doval, San Francisco Giants. Right-handed pitcher Camilo Doval is generating significant trade interest. The Reds are interested in Orioles outfielder Ramon Laureano. The Astros, they are exploring the possibility of acquiring Minnesota Twins shortstop Carlos Correa. Nightingale notes that Correa has a full no-trade clause, but he has told friends he would waive it to go back to Houston. 0% chance they take on that contract, though. The Rangers, we're not even bother mentioning Tyler Kenley because they had at least had preliminary discussions with him and a bunch of other guys, but he's on to Atlanta. But the Rangers have had at least preliminary discussions with the Rays about right-handed pitcher Pete Fairbanks, and then with the Rockies, Jake Bird, Victor Vodnik. Oh yes, look for bullpen help from the worst pitching staff in baseball. Hey, Jake Bird was good, then he just fell off. The Red Sox would like to add a second catcher who can play more frequently behind starter Carlos Narvaez. He notes that Christian Vasquez, who was with Boston from 2016 to 2022, would be welcome back. I don't know about that. His offense sucks. The Padres will prefer to receive a big league left fielder or catcher over prospects in a trade involving either starting pitcher Dylan Cease or right-handed pitcher Roberto Suarez. The Yankees have been in contact with the Pirates about multiple players. Pittsburgh right-handed pitcher David Bednar is one of the New York Yankees targets. The Yankees are interested in Andrew Heaney. The Orioles are selling off their rental pieces. They're also involved in the controllable starting pitching market. I think I see it. Ladies and gentlemen. So I was getting a few things here from MLB. Underdog. J.C. Escaro is optioned to AAA by the Yankees. Yoan Moncada is unlikely to be traded by the Los Angeles Angels. Blake Snell will start for the Dodgers on Saturday. He's officially back. The Mets and Phillies are considered front-runners to land Luis Robert Jr. per Francis Romero Fr. Ronald Acuna was diagnosed with a grade 1 right calf strain. So he's going to be out a few weeks. But yeah, that's really all for the MLB news. About 13 minutes here worth of MLB news. A bunch of trade deadline rumors. A few trades. So, yeah, that's really all I got to say here. Tomorrow, I might just do MLB special. Trade deadline special. We'll see. But yeah, and when the Dodgers make a trade, I'm going to do a separate video. In the MLB news, I'll go over the trade. But no, if when the Dodgers make a move, I'll just do a separate video for it. So, because it's an off day for them tomorrow, and I'm not covering any other games. So, if they make multiple trades, I'll do multiple videos. We'll just have to see. But yeah, peace.